Why haven't they been able to do that, Dave? A full 90 minutes consistently.
I think there's definitely a confidence issue going on here, and I think that the chopping and changing doesn't help at all. And also I think there could possibly be a bit of pressure on some of the players. Huge price tags that they never ever dreamed that they would ever be going for, that are now having to perform. But I look at Chelsea and I think they have an awful lot of players doing either just enough or not enough, and only a couple of players like your Conor Gallagher's who are doing everything they can. Gusto was another one today, probably you would put in that category, and that's not enough.
Gusto, man of the match for you? If you
were probably. Yeah.
They're a very young side, Chelsea, as well. And
I think it's the youngest starting 11 as well that they've put out.
And as Dave has just said, about the transfer fees, and that's something they're trying to deal with. They're playing at a huge club with high expectations. There's too many players there. Mauricio Pochettino is trying to manage all of them. They all think they should be playing. Well, they can't all play. I just think it's a very muddled situation, which is difficult for young players to deal with, as it is also seasoned players as well. We saw Thiago Silva, come into the action, and that kind of, I don't know, it surprised me a little bit.
Well, some of the substitutions a little bit weird in that second half. Yeah,
but again, unless you've been the head coach of a club and you've been on the touchline and it's you that has to make the decisions, you don't know what's going through that particular coach's mind at any time. And I think it would be nice if we possibly could, and I don't think we get this opportunity now, but to ask him what was the rationale behind some of those substitutions.
Yeah. I mean, as a Spurs fan, I saw lots and lots of Pochettino, and the biggest criticism I had of him was if the game wasn't going very well for Spurs, when he was making subs, he'd give them 7 or 8 minutes at the end. Not, some managers will go, no, we need to change this at half time, or 5 minutes in. He would never ever do that, and he's got a little bit better at that, but some of them are still sort of, you look at them and think, that's strange. And like
Can you try to rationalise it, the subs today?
It's like, I don't understand the need for Thiago Silva. I know they've won the game, but they've won it with a penalty at the end, and they didn't play well. But there's some of them where even when they put another holding midfielder, when you want a goal, then they put Thiago Silva on, and I'm thinking, well, I don't understand it. I'd love to know. I'm sure there's a reason.
I think there were times in the second half where Palace were overpowering Chelsea. And I think they were on top. As I say, I was wanting Chelsea to go on top and go and chase it. But if anything, at times in that second half, it looked like Palace were going to go and win the game. So I think he probably felt, get on a bit of experience, Thiago Silva. But I didn't understand Colwill coming off. He's your one naturally left-sided player. You've got Malo Gusto, who's doing really well down the right. He's now gone on to the left. Disasi's a centre-back, now going right back.
Yeah, so that's the other thing as well. Sometimes he'll play a centre-back as a full-back when there are full-backs available. So even positionally, there are some weird decisions.
Well, yeah, I mean, he started with Gusto, who's a right-back at right-back, but so at least he's put him there, and obviously Reece James is injured. But I didn't understand putting Gusto. So one, you're taking off Colwill, who's a naturally left-sided player. 2, you're putting Gusto, who was very good down that right-hand side, onto the left-hand side, which obviously is not going to be quite the same. So I understand that maybe push Conor Gallagher forward. I think he wanted Romeo Lavia on the pitch as much as possible, again, giving that protection to the back four. Conor Gallagher, for me, in the first half was superb. A bit quieter in the second half, but wanted him to sort of start that press as well. And
then right at the end, when Chelsea are kind of having to stay in the game, Alfie Gilchrist comes on as a sub. I think that was his first senior start for the club. So, you think about the experience of Thiago Silva, and then you think about the inexperience of a young kid coming on as well. It didn't quite add up to me, but hey, who am I to maybe question Mauricio Pochettino?